Let's meet our speaker, Barakat Shuaib Hassan. Barakat Shuaib Hassan
Hello. I want to believe we are doing good. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Once again, I want to welcome everyone again to this greatest global brand summit. It's one of its kind. It's one of its kind. And sincerely, I I I want to say that this is coming at the right time. So I know we started yesterday, and yesterday was fire all through from the first speaker down to second speaker. All the session yesterday was boom, and today definitely is going to be a bomb. All right, so if you're just joining us, I'd like to know where you are coming from. I'd like to know where you are joining us from, and just show me something that is saying that you are here. Oh, great, great. Esther Idika, God bless you. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's going to be a great session. Definitely, it's going to be a great session. And I just want to know, just tell us where you are watching us from. Tell us where you are representing as far as the state is concerned or the country is concerned. It's a great one this morning. And sincerely speaking, it's going to be a powerful one again. Mind will be restructured, mind will be reset, and businesses and personal branding, personal life is going to be having a turnaround, and definitely it's going to be so. As I said yesterday, was something great. Something it was a way beautiful way to start, and today is going to be a bomb. So just show me, you know, your emoji. Show me where you are. Yeah, okay, great. Some people are from River State. We have a lot of people coming up. Edo State is representing. This is awesome. Lagos, where are you? Abuja, where are you? Oyo, where are you? Come on, wherever you are, just show up and let me. And then it also to give me an emoji that's expressing your feelings right now. Just show me your emoji. Just show me how you're feeling. Say something about how you're feeling and what you are actually looking forward for the expectation for today. Definitely, it's going to be an awesome time. Today we have a lineup of speakers, and sincerely, you definitely going to enjoy this. Oh yes, we have people from Edo State again. We have people from Ogun State, and thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Titi Lokpe Oladele, God bless you for coming. Thank you so much. We appreciate for your time to come on this special summit to get the best out of it and to make the best for your business and for your life generally. Blaze Ojuruse, and we have again Ruth Chuku Mireze. God bless you all for coming. Oh, so tell me, show me a kind of wow. I'm seeing some emoji, powerful one. So show me a kind of emoji again that just show how you feel, and also tell me something that you're looking forward to grab for today. Just tell me something you're looking forward to grab. Tell me something. How ready are you? Just give it up in the comment section and let's see how far it's going to go. All right. So, once again, I want to appreciate everyone. My name is Dele Adeleke, and it's a privilege that I'll be moderating this session this morning on the Global Brand Summit. And sincerely, I am so excited about what is about to happen. I'm so excited. So, on that note, as we get in ready, while people are joining, yeah, beautiful. I'm seeing a lot of emoji telling us how much prepared we are in order for us to get straight into this beautiful session. All right. And as far as that is good, I want us to go straight without wasting much of our time this morning. So our speakers already said. So before we go in, we need to listen and to get to know who our speaker is this morning. And definitely that's going to really do us well. So get ready. Let's quickly go straight as we have the profile of our guest speaker this morning. Once again, my name is Dele Adeleke, and it's good to be here with you. We'll be right back.
Let's meet our speaker, Mr. Nathan Ebony. Mr. Nathan Ebony is a human resource strategist, conference speaker, research and data analyst, business research developer, and entrepreneur. He is the founder and CEO of Enlighten Business Solutions, registered in Ghana. He holds a master's degree in business administration, HRM option, and a student member of the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Professionals, Ghana. He serves as a consultant for some renowned firms in Ghana. Occasionally, Nathan organizes seminars for firms and individuals to help equip them at their place of work based on research findings. His area of specialty include entrepreneurship and SME startup, environmental issues, development of business models, and above all, human resource management. He is the president for GGP Ghana and an ambassador for Arab International Youth Model, United Nations, where he represented Ghana on various committees over the years. He is popularly known as the situation strategist. His passion is to help people. Let's welcome Mr. Nathan Ebony.
All right. Okay, I guess our speaker will be joining us now, and it's going to be something so interesting for all of us. All right. As I said earlier, we've heard about Mr. Ebony Nathan, and he's a business research and developer. And this morning we have something great that we're going to be learning from him, and I believe it's going to be awesome. All right. So while we're waiting, yes, I saw someone say something. Okay, Esther Idike said she is a nurse, and she's looking forward to learning how to build a strong brand and stand out in our field. That's a very brilliant and great anticipation. Looking forward to stand out in that field. All right. Ambassador Nathan is here. All right. So, good morning, sir, Mr. Nathan.
Good morning, please. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Everyone,
Good
can we
morning.
hear? Good morning, sir. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty well. Yourself?
All right. All right.
Thanks
Great.
for having
So,
me. It's a great privilege.
so good to have you. So good to have you. And looking through your profile, we saw it's a whole lot of power pack profile, but that has to deal with value giving. And without much ado, I want to believe that we're about to set on the table and to bring in another set of values that is going to help individuals, personal life, and business to have a turnaround. And it's a great one to have you as we'll be looking into personal branding for career professional job seekers, entry mid-level, and top executive. And looking at your profile, that's tailored it very well to a level at which we're looking forward that as a specialist, we're looking, with a strong mind and an open heart to learn from you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. How you been? How you been? Tell me something.
Oh, it's been good. I think it's a privilege, let me say, to be the only Ghanaian to present on such a global brand summit. Come on, there are so many Africans, but I'm the only Ghanaian. And come on, I've been following the program myself. Yesterday, I was online for the morning section and the evening section as well. At a point, I had lots of issues, but I came back to YouTube to watch the section as well, just to make sure that I didn't leave a mark because I didn't want to repeat issues today. So I'll just be making references from
What
the
was said
various
yesterday?
sections that happened yesterday, as I
That's
also
true.
made along the line.
Yeah, that's professional. All right, I'm going to leave you straight to have your time to share with us. It's really a good one to have you on board. Thank you so much. And I leave you with us and every other one that is said. All right.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a privilege to be at your doorstep this morning. You might be working at, you might be watching from home, wherever you find yourself. This morning, I have a simple task that has to do with personal branding for career professionals, job seekers at the middle level and top level executive. Well, I'll not talk much. I just want to bring your mind to something. You realize that when it comes to job seekers, when it comes to middle entry level, and when it comes to top executive, we find ourselves always looking out for these people, always looking out to seek these people. At the top executive, I'm always trying to look up to the middle level employees to see how best they are giving out their potential so that we achieve productivity. Day in, day out, vacancies pop up in the organization. And when vacancies pop up in the organization, we are trying to look at for people who are knocking at our doors and also welcome them into our organization. So day in, day out, we always have issues to deal with, and these issues will never end so far as organizational setting is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning I want to introduce you to something very simple, and it's all about my brothers and sisters who are now seeking for job. Are you seeking for job in the field of entrepreneurship, in the field of industry? Especially, are you a specialist in one area or the other? Well, the image here or the image you are seeing here, I captured it during the COVID era in Ghana at a conference center whereby an opening was made for youth who are unemployed. And it was amazing for you to know that we had close to 50,000 youths all rushing into the national culture just to get job, just to present their CVs for job. This is to tell you that branding is very important. Your inability to brand yourself very well will also cause you to join this queue. Well, there is a statistic that has been made known that across the world, across the globe, day in, day out, universities are graduating thousands of students. And these thousands of students, you are one of them. I'm also one of them. Everyone on board is one of them. You go to the nursing schools, they are graduating students. You go to the public universities, they are also graduating students. Woe on behold, or fortunately or unfortunately, but we also have private universities who are also graduating students. So, for example, if you run human resource management, like a course I did, and you are graduating from Ghana, a university in Ghana, just remember that in your class you have like 500 students reading human resource management. Just across Ghana, we have close to 20 public universities. So when you do the math, you can get to know that we have over 10,000 people reading the course you read. And when you graduate, you are going to be a job seeker. When you are also a nurse, or when you also find yourself in a different field of study, similar incident also happens to you. Most especially, you see that the people in the medical field are a little exempted. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to feel this. The course you are doing, we have thousands of people reading the same course around the globe. That is why today, this morning section is called a global brand summit. So how do you brand yourself? How do you brand yourself as a job entry level? When you get to the top executive level, to how do you also brand yourself? Yesterday, I happened to have followed the lecture very well, and I was so much grateful to the first speaker. Along the line, we lost him, but when our big sister took over, he did mention about photography, how best you present yourself. So that is our outward picture. She even made something of, okay, so when you have a picture on your profile picture, that can determine she talking to you or not talking to you. That is excellent, and I love that. The same thing also applies when you also pop up an interview. Are you well dressed, or how best are you presenting yourself? Our second speaker also made mention of how well you present yourself, a fashionable style. And I picked something so very beautiful from it, that you realize that there's a fashion that is trending, but you ask yourself, as a career professional, that that kind of fashion fits your level of professionality? Are you going to go by the fashion that is trending, or you are going to go by the fashion that is in line with your work? This morning I could have been in Kaftan because I have a lot of programs to do. Okay, here I am, I'm an HR professional, I'm supposed to do a presentation. I have to come out a way that at least talks about me as Nathan. So, how do I brand myself as a job seeker? This is something very simple I want us to talk about. I happen to have been on so many interview panels, and ladies and gentlemen, the shocking part is that we have people presenting beautiful curriculum vitae or resume, but when they come and sit on the panel and you ask them questions from their own CVs, it becomes a problem. When you ask them questions from their own curriculum vitae, their own resume, this was not something I wrote for you. This is something that people wrote themselves and they presented. And when you ask them questions based on what they have in their resume, it becomes a problem for them. So I am telling you this morning, or I'm suggesting to you this morning, that to brand yourself in the area of career professional, you should have a solid curriculum vitae or resume that you can defend. Don't give out a curriculum vitae or a CV you cannot defend or a CV you cannot speak to. It speaks bad of you when you leave the interview section. Woe or behold, sometimes you might even find yourself in an interview session whereby you'll be recording the session and you present a beautiful resume and you can't defend it. My brother, my sister, come on, you begin to ask yourself, did you go to school to get a first class, or you went to school to read, do 3 and 4? There's in Ghana, there's another called 3, 4 pass and forget. So you just wrote, your focus was on the exams, and afterwards you forgot about everything you learned. Is it also going to be the case? If your CV that is representing you outside your presence is speaking beautiful about you, and you cannot defend your CV, then what kind of branding are you giving to yourself? It's just like you listen to a beautiful profile about me, and I come and sit in front of you this morning, and I disgrace myself. And the question you ask yourself is, is it not the person who is being said or has a profile of A, B, C, D? And yet this morning we gave him the opportunity and he couldn't deliver. My inability to deliver this morning will cause you to have doubt about my curriculum vitae that was sent to you, my resume that was sent to you. Another point I'm also making here this morning is that you should have good, or you should be good with technological tools. Most often than not, we just find ourselves in schools and we are just abreast with whatever you are being taught in the classroom. Aside what you are being taught in the classroom, as a job seeker, what other skills do you have? What other skills do you have that can make you more popular? Popular in the sense that when you come and sit in on the panel for an interview, you can convince us, or you can convince a panel why they should employ you. Another point that this morning I want to focus on is to brand yourself very well as a job seeker. Try to know what your employers are seeking for. You don't just apply to any organization because you saw their job advertisement outside. For example, if Crystal Edge Professional is employing and they want to employ a marketer, seek to find out what kind of marketer are they looking at for. What kind of job description Do I have those skills? So that you can at least tailor your curriculum better to suit whatever you're looking out for. And that makes your brand strong. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to talk to you about how you're going for an interview. Just well, make sure you look good. Come on, our first speaker yesterday she did an excellent job. The second speaker also killed it. Now your appearance is well known to you. This is not the time for people to walk you through that when you're going for an interview. Make sure you are in suit, you are in tie. No. In this type of branding you're not looking at appearance branding, you're looking at content branding. How well have you branded yourself? Knowledge, psychological wise, emotionally. Sometimes people are not emotionally well branded. So when they go for an interview and they ask them questions on the panel, they'll begin to cry. Sometimes you just want to test your pulse to see how it feels like. We are not there to make you cry, but it's part of your brand. How emotional are you? We are looking at for these things in the organization. Now, you've employed you. You are welcome to our firm. You are a new employee. Everyone is happy to have you. As a new employee, what do you do to brand yourself? Your CV has already spoken about you. You've defended yourself very well at the interview section. Now, if you are at the lesson area, you've gone through the process of writing your various licensure exams. Now you are in the field of work. You just started work. What do we expect from you? How can you brand yourself? I always say this: leave a mark, leave a trademark in the heart of people, in the eyes of people, so that anytime you are absent, your absence can speak for you. As a new employee, I want you to consider certain things. The only thing I want to talk about here is the organizational culture. What is the culture of the organization? How are things done in the organization you find yourself in? I am at Crystal Edge. I need to find out from them, how are things done in the organization? Sometimes we lose sight of these things and we just go about doing anything anyhow. As a new employee, let me know how I can report issues in the organization, how I can report to my boss, how are forms being drafted, how are things being managed in the organization. When there's an issue in the organization, who is the first person for us to call upon? Will I just pick a phone and call my boss who is outside and tell him that, okay, there's a fire outbreak in the organization? What are the organizational structures you have to brand yourself very well as an entry-level employee? You need to know all these things. There are certain things you also need to avoid. Gossiping about people, or not. Let me be blunt about this. You find yourself in an organization, and at the entry level, this is what happens. You have people talking to you about certain managers in the organizations and their attitude. Yes, it's good to have a foresight about certain things, but don't be judgmental based on what you've heard. It is not a good brand. I now just come out and say Crystal Edge Consultancy or Professional Institute. I entered and they said that's the CEO. I've not met her before, and somebody just told me that she is ABCDD, and I put that in my mind. And anytime I see her, I give her an attitude. Ladies and gentlemen, it is bad. It does not speak well of your brand. This morning, I want you to know certain things. These are content branding. Okay, if you don't brand yourself contently, yes, the outward branding is there, but in terms of content, if you don't brand yourself very well, you have issues whilst you grow along the line. Another issue that you need to face over here, or you are going to face, that you need to really brand yourself very well, is how to deal with multitasking. Yes, the CEO has given you a job, the manager has also given you a job. You just go about, okay, because the manager is my friend and she's told me that the CEO is ABCDD, I've forgotten about the CEO's work and I'm doing the manager's work. Learn to prioritize things in the organization. That's why sometimes in economics they'll tell that have a scale of preference. If you don't have a scale of preference at the entry level of as an employee, you always mess up. And when multitasking gets hold of you, you become frustrated. You can't deal with issues of that nature. And it bothers me so much. I'm so passionate about this thing because at this level, you are at your probation level, and if you don't take it, you lose your job. And what are you going to add on your CV? I was on probation for 3 months and I didn't qualify, so I was sad. My brother, my sister, my friend, I would be so hurt to know that you got a new job after passing through the hell of various interviews, after passing through thousands of applications that you put out there. You now get a job, and within 3 months, you are being fired because you couldn't meet their probation level. It's so hurting. I'm not ready to hear that, and I'm not ready to align myself with you. Please and please, know your organizational culture, know what is best for you, get to know how the organizational structure works. There are so many cultures in this area as a job entry level. To brand yourself, learn to unlearn things. I'm repeating myself. Learn to unlearn things. Learn to unlearn things. When you learn to unlearn things, then you give yourself the opportunity to learn. If you give yourself the opportunity to unlearn what you know already, and you now come on board to learn, you brand yourself very well. This is somebody who can submit to instructions. But your inability to submit to instructions, here you feel that you know it all. For example, if you find yourself in an IT firm and you believe that you are good at software, what comes involved? People are typing, okay, yeah, I know this software, I believe I can do Excel, A, B, C, D. But ladies and gentlemen, you don't know it all. This morning when I'm presenting, I don't know it all. I believe there are people who are making various comments, or people believe that there are certain things they are expecting me to say, that at the end of the day, I also go back and also learn from them. But if you are unable, or if you don't make up your mind to unlearn things and wash your hands off those old stuffs you know to learn new things about the organization, you always fail. And from this level, if you don't grow from this level, you're not going to get to the peak. That is the top executive, where you'll be a supervisor at the organization. It becomes very difficult. So in this area, if I'm to talk much, our time will beat us. Our branding starts with emotional, our branding starts with psychological, and our branding starts with what I call entity. Okay, you need to brand yourself very well in this area. Well, I think time is not really on our side. Let me take you to another thing I want you to focus on. Now, praise the Lord, hallelujah in the highest. Allahu Akbar. You found yourself working in an organization and now you pass the probation level, you get to an executive level, people are now working under you. I am so passionate about this aspect where I really want to focus on, because this is an area most top executives are losing it. This is an area most top executives have lost sight about. I have done research in this area. I'm yet to publish an article on it. So, and it is very true. Okay, I happen to work on some various board in Ghana, so I happen to have taken the opportunity to do this thing and realize that it's working. My brothers, my sisters, this morning I would like to talk to you about something called cultural diversity in the workplace. Cultural diversity in the workplace. And it applies to everybody at a career profession. Whether you're a farmer, you're an entrepreneur, you're a technician, every field you find yourself, cultural diversity is very, very paramount to us. What is cultural diversity? Somebody will ask. But before I define culture, We have so many tribes. We have the Akans, we have the Dadangbes, we have the Buan. Okay. In the same way, I've been to Ethiopia, and anytime I go there, there's this group I always find myself with. That are the Suman tribe. And I know that in Nigeria, you have the Igbo, you have the Yoruba, you have the Hausa and Fulani people. And these are all individuals coming from various cultural backgrounds. So what is culture? You always say that culture is a way of life of a group of people. It's a way of life of a group of people. They help you know that how an Yoruba person will say good morning will be different from how a Ghanaian man like me will say good morning to you. So if you are going to be a good top executive, or if you are going to be a good a professional person in your line of work, then you need to appreciate what you call cultural diversity as a form of branding. Excuse me, but I'll be permitted to stand on this. Okay. Your inability to appreciate cultural diversity becomes an issue for you. What am I saying here? What is cultural diversity in the first place? You are saying that cultural diversity, okay, is a belief and behavior that recognizes and respects the presence of all diverse groups. We are saying all diverse groups. Here, we are not focusing on just individual groups. We are not focusing on the Yoruba. We are not focusing on Ghanaians. We are not focusing on Nigerians. We are not focusing on Ethiopians. We are not focusing on people from UK or USA. We are saying that all people from all diverse groups. You are part, I am part. And these people, you need to recognize and respect them. You need to recognize and respect them at your place of work. If you don't recognize and respect these people at your place of work, it becomes an issue. As a top executive, as a manager. These are issues that people are battling with. People grow along the line, they develop themselves, and when they get to the top level, it becomes an issue. There's this form of level of arrogance that sets in that we can't even deal with. My brothers, my sisters, cultural diversity is very, very important. This is something you need to appreciate. If you don't appreciate cultural diversity now, it becomes an issue. Not today, not tomorrow, but it's going to be an issue that will be around your neck. Because when you leave the presence of people, people cannot speak good about you. They would have said that, okay, he's the only Ghanaian, so you don't allow him to be on this platform to talk. But here I am, from nowhere. I don't even know the CEO. He's just been on WhatsApp to chat. Okay, but I have a strong sense that this is someone who appreciate what cultural diversity is about. Get to know what people from other backgrounds can also present to you. Why cultural diversity? Is it a good thing? Yes. Cultural diversity is one very good thing that you always appreciate, my brother, my sister. If I'm to look into my camera, I will tell you that today or yesterday, I learned something different from two Nigerians who presented. So you are saying that when you appreciate cultural diversity, it gives you an opportunity to learn as a top executive, as a manager. How do you brand yourself? Do you brand yourself? The fact that you go to that top level, that don't mean you shouldn't learn. But when you appreciate cultural diversity, you get to learn a lot of things from different people. Yesterday, I learned a lot. This morning, I'm even learning myself. After there's another session which I will stay and also learn. Okay? You also say that when you appreciate cultural diversity as part of your brand, you command recognition and respect. Oh, this guy, we like him so much. In Ghana, there's something that you say that meaning he's neutral. Okay? You are neutral. You give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, you give to God what belongs to God. You are neutral. You are not biased. You don't do stereotyping. And you say that when you appreciate cultural diversity as part of building your brand, it makes the environment more interesting place to live in and work. How will you feel when you immediately enter your place of work and all your employees are shaking or they are shivering? You feel that you are commanding fear. No, it's because you don't appreciate them. You don't appreciate the various diversity they are bringing on board. You go to them, you talk to them anyhow. Come on, my brother, my sister. The level you've gotten to, someone has gotten there and even passed by. You get a supervisor role and You believe that, okay, you are the boss, so you don't want nobody should talk to you. It is bad. Appreciate cultural diversity. Now, to brand yourself, the question I'm asking this morning is, how can I support cultural diversity to enhance my brand as a professional? How can I support cultural diversity to enhance my brand? This morning, I'll be okay if this slide alone will focus on all my points and the time will go to an end. This is what I have to say. Increase your level of understanding about other culture by interacting with people outside your own culture. How many of you here interact with people from other backgrounds? We have people that immediately they were born, they were told that this particular tribe of people, they are not good, so don't associate with them. You are a Christian, okay, don't associate with Muslims, don't associate with traditionalists. These are mindsets that have been built already. Psychologically, it has been built. And this one, I'm saying that it is a content branding, because when you have these things and you don't unlearn them or you don't wash them off, it becomes an issue for you to brand yourself in the level of career professional. I'm also saying that avoiding imposed values. Okay, stop imposing your values. Okay, I'm a Christian, this is how things are supposed to be done. Okay, when I was in a bank ABCD or UAB bank, and now I am working with Ghana Commercial Bank, because this was how we did things in UAB. When I'm in Commercial Bank Ghana, I have to impose it on you. No, we are saying avoid imposing values. Learn. That's what we talk about. Learning from others and stop imposing your values. Instead of imposing value, do what you call suggestions. Suggest your value to people and let them appreciate their value. Let them appreciate the content you are trying to bring on board. And stop imposing. Anytime you try to impose, cultural diversity does not come in and it does not speak well of your brand. Right now, should I impose certain things on you right now? And you see me outside, you greet me, somebody will ask you, you know him? Oh, this is my boss. They like imposing things on us, but and come on, your friend that you will speak to me about from henceforth knows that I am the one who imposes things. And ladies and gentlemen, grievances or issues of allegation, they travel more faster than our goodwill. So if you don't brand yourself by appreciating cultural diversity, my brother, my sister, any career professional you find yourself in, let me tell you, the bad brand about yourself will travel more faster than your good brand. So appreciate cultural diversity. Another area I'm trying to, or I want us to appreciate here is when interacting with people who may not be proficient in your language or in English, recognize their limitation. You are a CEO, you are talking to a janitor, you are talking to a cleaner, you are talking to a mechanic in the workplace. Come to their level. Let them understand you. Let them appreciate you. Don't be speaking big grammar. Come on. This one I could have been here just talking grammar upon grammar, talking about research upon research. I could just say that, okay, I have a research findings, we talk about this, another research findings, who talks about this, and just be talking about research. If I bring the research, what will happen to someone who is joining us for the first time? Someone who does not even understand what cultural diversity is all about. Someone who does not understand what branding is all about, and the person wants to learn. And if I begin to talk about research A, research B, I will confuse the person. The person at the end of the day will not make sense of every presentation I'm making here today. So what am I saying? I'm saying that come to the level of the people. Talk to them in a language they will best understand. When you leave their presence, this is for the conversation they will have. Hey, this one about today, the guru. If they come and they interact with us one-on-one. I'm trying to speak a little pidgin. Forgive me, I'm not good at it. Okay? But I know that we have people who are also good at pidgin. So this one, let me also try to come to their level. You're gonna say that this one about today, the guru. You know they say that they post things on us. We come to your level. It won't make you understand that. Okay, whatever you talk, you go hear. Then it will go respect you small. Okay, but if you do something you know to be good, it will talk in mind give you. Okay, this is what we are saying. Interact with people, let them have that level, let them appreciate you at that level, and that is what cultural diversity is all about. Another point I'm trying to make here this message: recognize and understand the concept within helping profession. Okay, such as family, gender roles, spirituality. Don't bring your family issues. Don't bring your gender issues. Don't bring issues of emotional well-being. Don't come and influence them. Don't inculcate all of them within yourself at a goal. When you do that, you lose sight of your cultural diversity. This is what happens. We have so many employees, or let's say top executives, whereby they have issues at their home and they'll carry those issues to the workplace. And other employees are affected or customers are affected. And when it happens that way, ladies and gentlemen, I sometimes weep about it, I cry about it. It is not the best, it's not going to help us. Let's appreciate cultural diversity today. The last but not the least point I'd like to address this morning is intervene in appropriate manner when you observe others are engaging in behavior that shows cultural insensitivity. I'm a manager. I walk in and I hear that people are gossiping about my friend. I have to intervene. Stop the gossip about him. What has he done? When people bring issues about concerning someone to you, call them. Okay, let me tell you, there's this professor I used to work with. Okay, when you bring in a gossip, or let me say when you gossip about my phone, all right, he will call you, and the person you came to gossip about, he will also call the person, and he will tell you in your presence that, okay, tell me what you told me about him. And you have people sitting down looking miserable. Intervene as a professional. Okay, I always speak about him because of that kind of cultural insensitivity bias he was against, and I loved it. You don't know him, but today I brought him in as an example. What are you also going to do in the workplace that will also create that issues? When you are at your workplace and hear that people are talking about your CEO, intervene. Why are you speaking ill of our CEO? What has he done? You are a top executive at the entry level. When you hear people talking bad about someone, intervene. Don't also sit down and join them. It's called cultural insensitivity. It is ill. It is ill. It is not welcome. Okay, when you bring all these things on board, you don't grow. When you leave, when you leave your presence, this guy, he joins us to gossip. He's a gossiper. When they see you coming, they he's bringing a gossip. Come on. Is that how best you are going to be addressed? Let them in the initial stage address, okay, this guy, you can't take your gossip to him. And another one, I'm saying that be proactive in listening, accepting and welcoming people and ideas that are different from your own. To be a good boss, to be a good employee, I earlier said that learn to unlearn, listen more. Yesterday I listened. This morning, someone is also listening to me. After this section, I also sit back and also listen to a brother or a sister who also speak. They're saying that listen more. Welcome people from different backgrounds. Welcome ideas. And when you do all these things, when you inculcate all these things, my brother, my sister, you are in to go. And that brand you are looking out for, that brand will speak for you. Well, I know that if someone else would have addressed this topic, the person would have addressed the topic in a different way. But this morning, this is the area I decided to tailor it into because this is an area I have really focused on in terms of research, and I see that it is affecting most professionals. Cultural diversity is very, very important. Let's appreciate it as a job entry level, as a job seeker, as a top executive. When you get to that level, you will definitely grow. You will develop yourself. When you get to that level, appreciate what I call cultural diversity. And I am blessed this morning to share this piece with you. Thank you very much. My name is Nathan Ebori once again. Thank you.
Hello, we are live. Moderator Dele Adeleke, are you there? I think the network is misbehaving at its end. That's a very good presentation, Nathan. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I enjoyed your session. It was profound. It was very, very insightful. Thank you so much for that powerful delivery. I learned a lot. And these are the things that stood out for me, especially towards the parts where you talk about English language is not a test of intellectual capability. People should
Yeah.
stop judging other people because they cannot speak English. I work in an international organization, and it's your presentation this morning resonate with me so well because I work in an organization where we have 54 countries represented. 54 countries. And like you said, the way Ghanaian will say good morning will be different from the way an Ivorian will say good morning. There's something they call bisou bisou, yeah,
Yeah.
in
Yeah, busy,
French.
busy. Yeah. Mhm.
They kind of kiss your cheek. So when I came and I saw that thing, somebody will be coming to hug me, kiss me, kiss me. What's this now? you know, it was kind of strange. They do it a lot, and I was just like, what's this now? But with time, I had to adjust. And the culture of a typical francophone is so different from how we behave as anglophone. They are like two parallel lines. What
Yeah.
money means to francophone is different from what money means to an anglophone. Francophone people don't rush. Let me just give you a short story. When I first joined the organization, from a Nigerian workaholic attitude,
Workaholic.
yes, I was bringing. So one day I took a file to the secretary, to the director, and I was like, good morning, madam. She said, good morning. I said, please, this file is very urgent. Please help me. She just stood like this and was like, did you just join this place? I said, yes. I had to pause and say, why are you asking me that kind of question? In my mind, I was like, yes, I just joined. She said, oh, I see. We don't rush in this place, so we don't rush. There is nothing like emergency here. I was like, it took me, and that was just it. She said, we don't rush. A typical francophone person don't rush. In fact, on the road, if you see them crossing the road, they walk majestically on the road.
Yeah, they take their
They
time.
don't rush. In
Yeah.
banks, they want to
So
go and sit down. You don't queue in front of the cashier. So many things were just different. And it took me intentionality to be able to absorb myself into that system. Because if I did not, I would have had a lot of problem working in that organization. I remember when I just joined too, I told a Nigerian colleague, I said, oh, I gave this to this person. She's not responding. I'll go and meet her in her office. That was just like that. You don't know anything, no. You better calm down.
Oh my God.
The culture in Nigeria, the work culture in Nigeria and the work culture here is so different.
So different.
Even the
So
boss
different.
subordinate relationship so different. Like, you just have to learn. So what am I saying? In essence, I agree with everything you have said, Nathan, that to be a global brand, we need to learn culture diversity. Tunisians,
right.
the way they behave is different. The way Zimbabweans, the way they behave is different. Ghanaian, Kenyans, we have different people from different countries with different behavior. So if you are trying to portray yourself as a global brand, whether you are working in an international organization like me or not, even on social media platform like LinkedIn, that is a global platform, you need to understand a lot of things. That when somebody is speaking Spanish, it doesn't mean they are not intelligent. It doesn't mean because because they cannot speak English, they don't have a high IQ and all of that. I really enjoyed your session, Nathan, and I believe a lot of other people enjoyed your session. I will leave the stage now and leave you with moderator Dele Adeleke to anchor the session of questions and answers.
All
Thank you
right.
once.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ambassador Nathan. God bless you. That was accurate, and I can see from the comment section where a lot of people are actually sharing about the view and what they have learned, and this actually resonates with most of us. Sincerely, thank you. It's not about coming in from the entering level, getting to the mid level, and becoming an executive. There has to be some innate character that can help one another to maintain that state and to be loved by everyone so that the business can move. All right, I have some questions here which I'm going to be reading out. The first question I have, okay, let me get it. Okay, I have questions here. Number one, I have a question from Jemima Eric. I hope you can hear me, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
All right. The question from Jemima says, how do you cope in a toxic workplace where you work and put in your best, but you are not appreciated? How do you cope in a toxic workplace? You are working, you're doing everything you need to do to making sure that what you are asked to do, you are doing it and doing more, but yet you are not appreciated. I love to hear from you. What will be your response, sir?
Jemima, thank you for your question. Okay, but I beg to differ. Who told you I'm not being appreciated? Yes, it's a working environment. It will not be as smooth as it is. But Jemima, should you leave that place right now, you'll be recognized for a lot of things. As I said earlier, okay. So don't look at people appreciating you. What kind of appreciation are you looking out for? At the end of the day, you get your pay. Okay, maybe people are not in line with you, or people are not siding with you because of some qualities you are portraying. So that makes the environment uncomfortable for you. It happens a lot. For example, I happened to have found myself in Zambia, okay, and it was a youth global conference, and I realized that I was the only Ghanaian, and anytime you are getting closer to these people, they were all sucking you, like everybody was pushing you away. And I was not comfortable at all. Throughout that seminar, I was never comfortable until I got back to Ghana. And when I got to Ghana, the kind of response I was receiving from this same group of people, I was shocked. It happens at a workplace. Yes, you can have a toxic working environment. You might feel it that people are not appreciating you. You want to leave the workplace. Come on, at a point, it's a test of time. Maybe your friends or maybe your department is not recognizing you, but there's a top level executive who is recognizing you, who has already recognized it and has seen your potential. And I bet you can be in such an organization for a year, 1, 2, just with a little courses that you develop yourself. By the time you realize that you are a top manager. So don't feel like you're not being appreciated. You are well appreciated, my sister. But just focus on whatever you are doing and don't side with the negativities in the workplace. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. That was accurate. I hope Jemima gets most of the message that you actually share. All right, I have another question. Okay, Roots again is asking the same question, which I think is in the same line. Say, how can you cope in a toxic workplace? And I think it's the same thing that is actually dealing with the same question. So, now another question is coming again. He said, what do one do when it's so difficult to communicate in the language of your workplace, like you don't understand the dialect? Wow. What do you do when, so it simply means maybe there are certain languages that is communicated in the workplace and one do not understand, and it's creating a kind of breaking barrier for communication. So what do you do? Like, how do you cope when you don't understand the dialect? I hope you hear the question, sir.
Yeah, I understand the question. I believe this is not the working language. If I will get the question very well, if it is the working language, then I beg to differ. There's something wrong with the structure of the organization. I believe that every organization that brings you on board will give a common language that will be spoken throughout. As our sister earlier said, she's in a francophone country, meeting a lot of people. Yes, despite the fact that they are speaking French, I'm sure that people there try to speak English. But when you find yourself in a typical Ghanaian with some working environment, unless they want to gossip about you, and they will divert the language to their local language, which that one, when they speak about you, for example, when they speak it out, you might not hear, but it is not a working language. Mostly, you don't pay attention to languages that are called noises. I call them noises. Okay, they are so much of noise because when you pay much attention to it, one, you feel like you are being inferior in the workplace, and if you don't take it, you cannot give out your best. Yes, it could be like they are gossiping about you, but come on, you are building a professional brand. You are building a brand that is going to take it to the next level. If gossip is the brand you feel will take you to the next level, and you are going to concentrate on the gossip, then you are losing it. I will tell you that such people in your organization who are speaking those kind of languages don't understand or they don't appreciate what cultural diversity is. And that is why you have that kind of knowledge here. So it is your ability to rather approach them and accept them. And when you do that, yes, a time is going to come. It will take time, but the time will come whereby they will now voice out gradually to tell you the negative things they once spoke about you. And it happens. Should you focus and get to the top level, they will all come to you. Oh, boss, I once said this thing about you. I'm sorry, forgive me. I once said A, B, C, D about you. I'm sorry, forgive me. And it happens in the organization. So if it is not a working language of the organization, don't really pay much content or much attention to it. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. I think she's putting more enlightenment or insight into the question. So, which is, she said, no, it is not working language. So, but workers. So, let's say we have some of the workers, like 2, 3, or 4, communicate more in a particular kind of dialect, which like more with a local language, so to say, and making she to feel left out and giving like an outcast. So most of the time I felt many people does that maybe when they want to get into gossip. So most of the time they tend to communicate in a certain way that maybe another person did not really understand. So what do you have to say that how do you think she can actually cope with that?
Well, Ruth, I will not talk much about it, but I think when you appreciate such a people, okay, and it is not a language you are very good at. For example, I am in the southern part of Ghana, and I happen to have been in the northern part of Ghana to work on a contract. And at that part, they speak a language called Frafra that I have no idea about, a language I cannot relate to. But when I communicate to them in English, they communicate back. But when they are communicating among themselves, they communicate in that language, Frafra. The posture I took was to communicate to them in English because from when I see your question, it's not a working language, meaning it is a noise that is coming in. So don't really pay that much attention to. When they are working around themselves, yes, but I believe that when they come to you and they want to talk to you, they will approach you in the language that you understand.
All right.
All right,
Thank you
ma'am.
very much, Nathan. I believe we are done with the questions. I believe we are done with the questions. And like Nathan said, please let us avoid workplace gossip. It is very, very important. When I first joined this organization, I'll keep referring back to my organization because a lot of things resonate. When I first joined this organization, a senior colleague called me, who is a Nigerian too, who I was introduced to as a Nigerian. Precisely the president of the Nigerian Association. He called me and told me that please do not gossip in this place. When people discuss other bosses, other supervisors, other managers, they say bad things about them, do not join them. Because the way gossip work is that they will buy you into joining them to discuss that thing. They will be the one to go back and tell that person that, oh, you said this and this and this. Do not
Definitely.
connive other people to pull other people down in workplaces. Global brands do not gossip. Please put in the comment section. Global brands do not gossip in workplace. Global brands do not connive with other people to pull other people down. If you are not the manager, you are not the supervisor, you are not in any leadership position, you are not in the place to judge anybody about anything. Do not connive. Do not try to gather two in twos and three. People do these things a lot, but we don't talk about these things because we believe they are not really important. What is important is that I am an accountant and I know balance sheets. No, it's more than that. All these things cause toxicity in the workplace and makes the workplace very uninteresting for people. Do not connive with other people to pull them down. Thank you very much, Nathan, for this amazing session. And we send our regards to Ghanaians. We hope by next year, when we are going to be having the summit, we have more of your people from Ghana to join us. Please, let's appreciate our speaker. Let's put some clapping emoji, fire emoji, value. Let's just appreciate our speaker. Thank you very much, Nathan. And we wish you a very wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.
Thanks so much. Bye.
So, guys, we are going to be having the second speaker for our session, for the morning session now. But before then, let's quickly take a break. We'll be right back.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Beautiful. And I think the last session with Ambassador Nathan was absolutely something that is actually needed in our growth, and our work, in our businesses, in everywhere we find ourselves. And believe me, the Global Brand Summit is getting hotter and hotter. So let me quickly say again that I want to see our emojis, and like Omar Babini said the other time, how do you feel? Let me see your emoji. Let me see you say something. Say something awesome. Say something beautiful as we get into the next session. And this session that we're about going into is a session that is something very interesting about. That's not how you're going to be dealing in business, that you are not going to have a kind of a mental and understanding of how to record and how to do some calculations as far as the business is concerned. So while we get ready, I will be reading out the profile for the next speaker. And our speaker today,
let's meet our speaker, Mr. Ajibola Jinodu. Ajibola Jinodu, the founder of My CFO NG, offers high-level accounting and finance services to Nigerian startups, small and medium-sized organizations, and individuals. Through his organization, he has assisted over 100 small businesses by offering access to the expertise and experience of these CFOs who manage all their financial and accounting concerns. In addition, My CFO NG provides value-added services such as digital financial transformation, staff training, finance personnel recruitment, and more. Ajibola has extensive knowledge of accounting, finance, consulting, controls, and compliance. He has a reputation for exceeding expectations. He ascended to the position of manager while working at Deloitte. Since leaving Deloitte, he directed the financial strategy of 2 companies with remarkable success. Ajibola has over 14 years of financial accounting and reporting experience in Nigeria and the United States. He is a fellow of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants (ACCA) in the United Kingdom, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria (ICAN), and a Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Registered Professional (FRC). also a registered mentor with Oxford Brookes University's ACCA Business School, where he aids students with their bachelor's degree research and analysis projects. He is committed to providing small businesses with financial resources and information to help them thrive because he strongly believes that small enterprises are the backbone of the economy. Let's welcome Mr. Ajibola Jinodu.
Hello, sir. You are muted.
Yes, I am muted. I just realized. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ajibola.
Yeah. How is it going, Billy?
Yeah, beautiful. Good morning. It's good to have you this morning. And I'm sure
Can you
you're
hear me
doing
now?
well over there.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
it's coming up. It's coming up.
Yeah, great.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yes,
right.
I am. Yes, I
Good
am.
morning once again, sir. How are you doing today?
All right, great.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello, sir. Good morning.
Yes, I can. Yeah, I think there's probably a lag
Yeah.
between the when I speak and when you speak.
Yeah, I think it's getting better. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. Wow, it's still lagging.
So, technical issues. The technology, now you never know what you get.
I think we are having some kind of network challenges with our speaker. If you can hear me, our speaker, please go ahead with your presentation. I'll leave the stage now. Just go ahead with your presentation. I hope your network will allow us enjoy your delivery this morning.
I can hear you. I can see you. But it's having the challenge, and I don't know if everybody can hear me. Okay. Okay. Someone suggesting I go out and come in. Maybe I should try that. So that the presentation you get the best out of the presentation. I think.
Hello, my name is Hello, my name is Adiola. I was on YouTube one day when I stumbled on a video titled How to Make Amala. Amala is a popular Nigerian food, and I wondered who on earth will not know how to make amala. Only for me to go to the comment section and saw a lot of people thanking the YouTuber for making that video and telling her how useful it was to them. Sometimes ago last year, I launched my WhatsApp optimization class, and a lot of people were like, what is in WhatsApp to learn again? But people who trusted my brand that I will never deliver rubbish joined the class, and they were totally blown away with the so many new things that I taught them, which of course helped them grow their followership on WhatsApp and their business as well. I actually made 6 figures from that training. Imagine if I had thought everybody knows how to use WhatsApp. That is how I would have left money on the table. Introducing to you Monetize What You Know. Monetize What You Know is a 2-day webinar where I'll be teaching hundreds of people how to make money from what they know. That thing you know that you think is not a big deal is actually a big deal. A lot of people are willing to pay for that knowledge only if you will package it and monetize it. The training is coming up on the 7th and on the 8th of May 2022. The training costs $100, but because of my birthday season, I have decided to give a huge discount of 90%. So it means you're going to be paying only $10 for that training, which is equivalent to 5,700 naira. So what are you waiting for? Click on the link below and join the moving train. See you in class. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for the interruption. Our guest is going to join us very soon. He said we should give him 5 minutes to restart his gadgets. We are so sorry for that. So let's just hang in while we wait for him. Don't go away. Please stay with us. So this is what we are going to do. I'll end this live broadcast now. So once our speaker is ready, then we'll start it again. I don't want it to be too long because of people who are going to be watching the replay. So I will end this live broadcast now. I will create another link and circulate it again. So once our speaker is ready, then we will start. Once again, we are very sorry for these glitches and any inconvenience it might have brought to you. Thank you, and we hope to see you during Mr. Ajibola Jinondo's session. Thank you.